Hello, welcome to this video. Here we are going to learn nested for loop. For and while loops can be nested one another. Let's learn how for loop can be nested over here. Syntax is there are two for loops, outer and inner. Outer for loop, as usual, initialization statement, semicolon condition, semicolon update statement. This is for outer for loop. Open and close curly bracket, that is the body of outer for loop. Within this outer for loop we enclose inner for loop that will have similar statement or syntax, that is for in parenthesis initialization, condition and update statement. Inside this inner for loop we have the code that we want to execute, that is the body of inner for loop. This set of statement get execute as long as condition in inner for loop is true and update statement is repeatedly executed. This whole inner for loop get executed repeatedly as long as condition of outer for loop is true. Now let's write program to print numbers from 1 to n in n rows and n columns using nested for loop. Here I have declared int ijn and printf scanf, that is to read and accept n, that is how many rows and columns that you want to print. Now we'll start stepwise. Suppose I run and I enter 5. That means I want to display number from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in 5 rows and 5 columns. So I'll use outer for loop that will, because I want to print from 1. So for I is equal to 1, I initialize I to 1 semicolon, I less than equal to n, that is 5 here in this case I plus plus. So here I initialize I is equal to 1. Now I'll enter within that outer for loop. I'll write one more for loop, that is j is equal to 1. For j is equal to 1, j less than equal to n is again 5 same, and j plus plus. So here I initialize j is equal to 1. Now within this for loop, I'll write print %dj. That means I want to print value of j. J will variable, it is used to move along the columns, and I will be variable that is used to move along the rows. So now I is equal to 1, that is in first row, I want to print 1. So that will be printed by printf %j. So value of j is 1. So it will print 1. Now j plus plus, j becomes 2. J is 2. So it will check condition again. Is j, value of j is less than n, that is 5. Yes, it is. So it will print %j. That means value of j will be printed on same line. So it will print 2, and it will increment value of j by j plus plus. J becomes 3. Is again check, is it less than 5? Yes, so it will print j. Print a %j, so 3 will be printed. Then j plus plus, j will become 4. Is it less than 5? Yes, so it will do %d j, and 4 will be printed. J plus plus, j becomes 5, and then it will check the condition less than equal to 5. It is equal to 5, so print a %dj, and 5 will be printed. Then j will be incremented, j plus plus, j becomes 6. Now after checking condition, this condition is false, so it will come out of this for loop. So it will come out of this for loop, but it is with, after that there is a printf /n. /n is new line character. That means to move to the new line, that is second line. But you are inside a inner for loop where value of I was 1. Now it will increment value because inner for loop get executed, and that is body of outer for loop get executed. After that, as usual, increment statement has to be there. that is I plus plus, so I becomes 2. It will check condition, is it less than 5? Yes, it is less than. So again it will enter to the body of outer for loop, which is the inner for loop, which again start with j is equal to 1, j less than equal to, and j plus plus. That means this part, then it will print percent %d then. So this part or this inner for loop will get executed again for 1, 2, 3, 4 for value of j. So it will print second row from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then once it come out of the inner for loop, it will print f slash 1, print f slash 1 just to take new line. But you are inside a outer for loop, so value of I will become 3 and so forth so on. Like this output will be printed in 5 rows. Every row will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 values. That is 5 rows and 5 columns. Now let's write one more program. Program to print given pattern. Pattern is like this. In this we have 5 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows are there. Every row has, that is row 1 has printed only 1. Row 2 has printed 1, 2. Row 3 has printed 1, 2, 3, like that. So we'll make use of previous program where we have printed value of j. So let's see program. We start with variable declaration, that is int ij. Now I have not declare n because I don't want to take the numbers, because previously already I know that I want to print 5 rows. Okay, so use outer for loop that will start from I is equal to 1, I less than equal to 5, I plus plus. Then within that for loop, one more for loop is nested, that is start with j is equal to 1, j less than equal to I. Just make note that here we are comparing value of j with I itself. Then j plus plus. Then in inner for loop we print value of j, that is printf percent %d j. So initially suppose I is equal to 1. So it will check, is it less than 5? Yes. So now it will enter into inner for loop. J is equal to 1. Is it less than equal to I? That is value of I is 1 and j is also 1. So it is equal to I. So it will print value of j, that is 1 will be printed on first row. Then j plus plus, j becomes 2. Now it is greater than, so it will be false. So it will come out of the inner for loop and print the next statement, that is it will not print anything, it will only take to the second line, that is slash n, that is printf slash n new line character, and it will go, you are inside this is in body of outer for loop, you are inside outer for loop, so I plus plus I becomes 2. Is it less than 5? Yes, so it will enter into its body, that is inner for loop. Again it will start from j equal to 1, j less than equal to I. Now value of I is 2, so it will print 1 and 2 in second row. Like that it will make the value of I 3 and it will print 1, 2, 3 on third row, so forth and so on. Now let's write same program, only the pattern will change. Now here the pattern is printing star, 1 star on first row, 2 star on second row, 3 stars on third row, so forth so on. So it is similar to previous program, only small modification. Let's let me tell you. Here it is. In previous program, in if you check outer for loop I is equal to 0, I less than 5, I plus plus, exactly similar. Inner for loop for j is equal to 1, j less than equal to I, j plus plus, exactly similar. Only this statement will change in this program. That is, instead of printing j, which we were doing on previous code, here we are simply printing star. Okay, so when you are in inner for loop, it will print star. When value of I and j both are 1, it will print single star. When come out of it, it takes you to new line, that is second row. Then it will print 2 star, like that. Thank you for watching this video.